Hey, I'm Hanghang today. I'm taking you to a Chinese temple fair. When you hear the words temple fair, you might imagine a serious religious ceremony. Historically, temple fairs were connected to temples and traditional festivals. But today, they feel much more like a huge community fair with food, shopping, performances, and thousands of people spending the day together. The fair we're visiting is about 80 kilometers or 50 miles away. So let's hit the road. We're entering the expressway now. This time, we're using a staffed toll lane. The lanes next to us are etc. lanes, which stands for electronic toll collection. At the entrance, the worker gives us a toll card. When we leave the expressway, the toll station calculates the fee based on where we entered and where we exited. If your car has etc., the whole process is much faster. You can usually drive straight through without stopping to collect a card. It's extremely convenient. Okay, this is bad. I left home in such a hurry that I made a rookie mistake. I forgot to use the bathroom. Luckily, service areas like this appear at regular intervals along China's expressways. You can use the restroom, take a break, and buy food or drinks before getting back on the road. Honestly, this service area is pretty nice, and this is just one small example of what you can find along Chinese expressways. I'm curious what highway rest stops are like where you live. We've finally arrived in Gaoping, where today's temple fair is being held. So what exactly is a Chinese temple fair? The easiest way to describe it is this. Imagine thousands of strangers showing up for the same giant outdoor party, while vendors sell food, toys, clothing, and all kinds of random things around them. People come here to eat, shop, watch performances, and spend the day with their families. That's basically what a modern Chinese temple fair feels like. It's over 90 degrees Fahrenheit out here. And this guy is still dancing like his life depends on it. Honestly, he's working so hard that he's making me want to join in. Since he's putting on such a great show, the least I can do is support his business. I may have seriously underestimated the size of these kebabs. These two giant skewers cost 20 yuan altogether. Considering how much meat you get, that's really not a bad price. The only question now is whether I can actually finish both of them. Let's give them a try. This stand is selling something called a doodle. It is a traditional Chinese undergarment that was worn against the body in ancient times. And strangely enough, it looks a little like the outfit that dancing kebab vendor was wearing. I'm honestly a little tempted to buy one. But wearing it while walking around the entire fair, I don't think I'm brave enough for that yet. These crowds are unbelievable. It's over 90 degrees outside, and there are still this many people walking around the fair. Apparently, a little summer heat isn't enough to keep anyone at home. This is traditional Chinese paper cutting. The artist starts with an ordinary piece of paper by folding and carefully cutting it. They can create patterns this detailed and complicated. There's absolutely no way I could make something like this. I think I'll stick to admiring the professionals. Okay, this is where I draw the line. These are fried grasshoppers. A large serving costs 15 yuan in some parts of China. People eat them as a local specialty. But I'm not feeling quite that adventurous today. The giant meat kebabs were fine. I'll leave these to someone braver. Look at all these weird and wonderful balloons. They're 15 yuan each. Unfortunately, my son didn't come with me today. Otherwise, I definitely would have bought one for him. I wonder how many of you recognize this very important character. This is Wukong, the Monkey King from the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. He's also known as the Great Sage, equal to heaven. For many Chinese people, this cape wearing Monkey King was one of our childhood heroes. And yes, I was one of those kids too. Oh, right, my friends, I can't take the heat anymore. I'm heading into the mall next door, enjoy some air conditioning for a while. There's even a little train for children on the first floor. If my son had come with me today, I'm pretty sure he would have stopped me right here before I ever made it to the arcade. Now we're taking the escalator upstairs to check out the arcade. I know I'm already 32 years old, but for a lot of men, games never really stop being fun. You just get older and find more expensive ways to play them. It's much quieter in here than I expected. My guess is that the temple fair outside has taken most of the mall's usual crowd. The fair is still just as lively as before. Apparently, temperatures above 90 degrees haven't affected anyone's enthusiasm. This place is much bigger than I expected. If I stopped and looked carefully at every single stand, I'd probably still be here after dark. And honestly, today's fair had much more variety than I imagined. There was food, traditional art, clothing, toys, performances, and plenty of things I wasn't brave enough to eat. Even in this heat, thousands of people still chose to come out. Maybe that's why temple fairs have never completely disappeared. They aren't only traditional events. They're also places where people meet, eat, shop, have fun, and spend an entire day with their families. I'm hanged. Next time, I'll take you somewhere else to see more of everyday life in China's smaller cities. See you next time.